James Doe came in the building. James Doe came in the building immediately. Everybody in the court knew exactly who James Doe was, and we speculated. And a lot of people speculated. But at the end of the day, James Doe is not.
All the news,
and like I said, maybe in Miami, I think
all of them are
she will be able to testify to what she participated in. That she liked it. We all know young Miami said she liked it.
Get in here now. I said, look, I almost slipped on baby. I said, get in here now. See the golden doors? You know where I'm at. It's April Chocolate Factory, homie. It's golden doors. Listen to me. Diddy trial, day 17. James Doe finally speaks, reveals herself, talking freak offs, 12 bottles of baby oil on the wall. You know the song, 1,000 bottles. 1,000 bottles, 12 bottles in a freak off, allegedly.
Oh my God.
Family exodus. You know I can't lie. You know I ain't never lied. What had happened? Listen, I cannot explain who the James is. I gotta preface this video by telling y'all that. Y'all don't hot Uda up. Uda changed his life and ain't trying to be in this building. So y'all don't say I'm the one that said it. Listen to me though, what I will say is this. As far as the James Doe go, this is the only information I'm gonna tell y'all about her. At one time or another, I think I wanted to put hands on that James Doe. I'm sorry, I think I like the James. I think I like that. I think I like it. But listen to me, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. It's somebody that you know. That's what I might say. Maybe somebody that you don't know. That's what I might say too. You're going to have to just pick your voice. But listen, we don't encourage nobody here trying to find out who this woman is. Okay? I don't want nobody here trying to find out who this woman is. Not in the chat either. Please know if you think you know, if you a little funny knows you just now, alright, cool. Don't say it. Because the other witness the other day got outed and people say, I
and so some things that I'm like, hey, man, he's into some freaky stuff that I'm not into. Diddy eats truffle butter, okay? Like, as she came out,
yeah, there's so many.
When I went in there and seen the James Doe, I say this, my mitts, though, don't knock say something. I was wondering how he was going to explain it. I don't know how I was going to explain this thing. The way Don't Knock said, I'm going to say it like Don't Knock said. He has to, we won't. I like the way he said it. He said, yo, what I really say is a bitter baby daddy that's running around
Hypocrisy.
damn sure petty and been petty. All they said. I said, yo, I got somebody on the front like that. I ain't. Everybody here is going to get the lights up. Right now. Hey, great. I'm going to win out of the videos.
Some comments. What's up, Deborah? What's up, Sabrina? Nene Nicole. I'm waiting for Diddy's family to come out. For those who want to see it. And I think there's some other individuals coming out pretty soon too.
I love her vibe.
You can. So, with that in mind, do you feel like there's some type of coercion for her to do those things? How do you feel like that's coercion? Right? Well, hold on, no. She also testified and said that Diddy asked her, how much would you like for an allowance? Because they was in a relationship. And she pretty much said, she was bad at bargaining. She said, I want $15,000. And they settled that too. Now, keep in mind, you got to be very that she did it out and found her house, right? And that cost $10. That's like okay. And when she started complaining about block that's when he said,
Shout out to Akon.
I will pay your rent.
Oh, that's
All right, folks. Day 17 is over. We had Jane Doe come in and give her testimony. I think it's time to take a deal. I'd be calling my lawyer saying, give me a deal, give me a plea deal. That's all I can tell you guys. I take my plea deal tonight and go in. That's all I can tell you. Ain't no way. Yes, indeed. Let's see what the people saying. Rob, this is Sean Diddy Combs' trial. We're covering it from outside and inside. All right, here's Mr. Attorney from Atlanta. Let's see what we got. What are people saying here? Game over. Yep, game is over. Yeah, well, he was offered a deal. I think he declined it. But my point is, I think the odds are better with the deal than waiting for that final verdict after today. That's all I can tell you.
She's like the better looking version of both of them together.
He likes the hair straight. I said, listen, he liked the hair Pocahontas.
You're right, Tristan. That's what I'm trying to say, Tristan. You said it. Captain Crunch, you have to break down who are some of these people we were worshiping that were victims of Diddy. Right on, Sabrina. Sabrina, you right on the money. Take the deal, bro. Because if not, that's all I can tell you.
Because Diddy allegedly was only giving like $5,000
I don't know why people come up here where everybody's trying to film
So the most she ever got was like 20K.
and just be super loud. I just don't understand that. I would never do that. You can walk way over there and yell all you want to,
Because she ended up,
but they have to come up here in front of everybody just to be seen. It's crazy, man.
they was out there. Diddy came to us and said, yo, let's do a love concert. And he said, look, man, what you want for the lounge? And she said, I want 15.
Lashana, my vibe today was doomsday. I don't think I have to see anymore. I mean, she's going to be cross-examined, but I have the same tune every day. At some point, You can dispute 2 people,
Look what she does with
right?
Takes the 10K.
You could dispute 3, but now we're getting into 4, and they're all saying the same thing. I don't think you can get around that. I really don't think you can get around it.
My steppers. Diddy want Frank. Look.
Okay, so
Oh yeah, you just gotta make sure. I'm not interested. I literally have been telling people.
Yeah, the cross-examination,
Look.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna break it down like they usually do, but I hope they, yeah, all I can tell you, I just can't, I don't know. Today was devastating to me. Out of all my days sitting in court, today I saw the writing on the wall. Right, where there's smoke, there's fire, man. I mean, come on now, this is getting to be out of control, you know? Erica, you're right on the money. Like, you really can't speak to people. If you're not there, you can't really speak on what somebody else said they went through. So that's why people get away with murder and stuff, because they do it in secret, and then people don't believe the victim. So it gets to be real tricky. When you get 4 or 5 victims all have the same details, I mean, come on. I don't see how you can get around it, but that's just my opinion.
and they get a Birkin bag and open their legs again.
Lord have mercy.
Early 2021.
And let me tell you something, the musk is so thick out here you can't even breathe. Somebody needs to be introduced to some deodorant so bad. Oh my God. Look, if I pass out, y'all send somebody to come save me, because somebody is pumping out here.
So boom. So she's like, yo, a girlfriend said that why you want to put this
Ooh, Lord have mercy.
made about 4 million. Can you tell about that?
Yeah, right? Somebody needs to seriously hit that shower, man. You gotta take some time off from the trial and go soak for about a good week. This is out of control, man. I'm taking this breathe every 5 minutes, man. Lord have Now, I sat in court all day, and I'm hearing people lying already. They're already making up stuff. Like, did we sit in the same courtroom? Unbelievable.
They show an image, man. They show an image of her niece.
Yeah, that's right.
I love your hair. All our family children love the fantastic vibes. They're like,
I don't know if I'm gonna survive this, Lord have mercy. Somebody hasn't been home in about a month since this trial started. Listen, let me tell you something, right? I don't want to say too much, but the government, let me tell you something I learned about the government. I thought Cassie was the best witness. Oh no. Every witness is getting stronger and stronger. You know what I'm saying? It's like unbelievable. I thought that, the trial or the victims would get weaker and weaker or whatever. This one here takes the cake of all. And she sounds very convincing too, so.
Okay, cool. I told you everything covering everything. All the time they use the baby oil. They had to use the oil.
Man, I would not come in. You guys won't catch me giving an update right here in front of everybody. I just don't understand it. Yep, more oil, more oil. Yeah, today was more about baby oil. They say Johnson & Johnson might be running low right now. Yeah, you're right.
Allegedly, in her crib too. If you like, that's a house. A crib, a house. This is a baby house. Hold on. Boom. Keep it now. He said put up high security. And when he was coming over, he was coming over. They had a handle of bringing up at this location. It's the same pattern. So within time, she realized how you like it. Hold on, that's the people, that's the people.
All right, here they go. This is
But a lot of times, I want y'all to know.
the ride for Diddy's family right here.
They be going home and thinking about their testimony.
Listen, go to court for speeding tickets in New York. It's hard to get around it.
That's why I bring a show with her. Right here for my man mom.
They don't even want to give you a break when you get a speeding ticket in New York. I'm telling you right now. You can go in there and tell them a story. They'd be like, "You're guilty. Pay it up and a fine." So when you're talking about a case like this, man, you got to be out of your mind.
You don't want to see Quincy, you might all
Okay, here to go to Phoenix.
not POV. What's up, baby? Specialized in dark color. Yes, not DONAT, POV. What's up, Lucci? How you doing today? Absolutely, man. Let's go.
Right.
What's up, Justin? How you doing, bro? Keep your head up.
Have a good day, y'all. The sun following my mama. Yo, Lucci. Word, Mama Cone. The sun is all on my photo. You got to do it again, Mama. You going to have to retake that little walk. Yes. You know how you got to catch it, too. Have a good day.
Like if they had a horrible day today, I would yell something. Were you in the courtroom?
Mama Cone, no,
Do you
I
have
up
anything
it,
to say about today?
Somebody needs baptism, man. What in the world?
No cussing, no name. So come and give your honest opinion. Anybody want to get in?
That's some photos of that. You see, people may or may not come out.
Oh wow, we got Diddy in the comments. Ain't that something?
Okay, 18 plus years old.
This is Diddy's attorney right here. Gary goes. She's doing a good job protecting her client.
I always catch up with it every day.
Great work this week.
Sorry guys, I gotta go up a little.
All right. I didn't even see this with TMZ. Look at that.
This guy got his own phone.
All right. Things are pretty quiet today. We don't have any fights breaking out, not yet. Look at all the people waiting to go in tomorrow. We're either holding the line for someone else. This is where we line up in the morning. I usually get here around 6 o'clock now. I pay every day for my little seat. Folks, we have almost 400 people in the house. Please hit the like, subscribe button. Show some support for your boy. Out here covering. Oh, let me cross the street while I can. I've been out here a whole month, man. What have I been doing? Oh my God. Unbelievable. So they have a park right across. This is where all the big timers film from. Right. Yeah, it's super hot out here. Yeah, federal court, they don't allow any cameras. That's just the name of the game. They're not having it. Especially like with today, they're hiding her identity, although everybody, hopefully they'll listen to what the court is saying and not reveal her identity, you know. But sometimes people don't listen. They rather have clicks and views, you know. Then it says free Diddy. Yeah, he says free Diddy. All right.
Pieces of evidence.
There's a Diddy game on the internet. Never heard that one. We got Mr. Queen's Flip in the house. Shout out to Queen's Flip. Nice meeting you, man. Yes, sir. Yep.
It all makes sense.
Right.
And it's your main mom. He think nobody don't know. He is Allah. Everybody knows.
All right. So we have people doing all their channels, content creators. Hey, how are you?
I don't think so. I don't think that's happening.
All right, brother. See you.
There's 5 counts. There's 2 counts of Or like, is this still barred?
Okay, so let's talk about today. I have a walk back to the train, so I'll tell you what went down. So basically, we had another person come in, female. I can't describe her in any way, but I can tell you pretty much what she was saying. She basically met Diddy through a friend that was dating him, and that friend ended up marrying another guy from overseas or something like that. So she fell in love with Diddy. Diddy took her on vacation in Turks and Caicos and then left there after 9 days, and they went to the Bahamas for 5, and they're living the high life, you know, private jets. She said he flew her to Florida. Now mind you, every time I say flew her, that should be your radar should go up, because that's what the government's trying to prove. This is the first witness, right? Cassie gave her story. All right, I'm gonna give you guys not my opinion, but this is just, we'll call this the sidebar. Cassie came in and I couldn't wrap. I'm in the courthouse every day. I'm listening. I'm a good listener. I've been taking notes too. And then I go home and I go on people's channels and I talk about it pretty much all night until I go to sleep and do it again the next day. With Cassie basically explained that they were like lovers. And then the freak off started happening. So it's hard to separate that. I think anybody listening would have a hard time trying to put that part together and separate the two. Like, then there's a lot of it. Cassie is saying she wants to do the freak off. This is what they're showing in court. I'll still say allegedly, but you know, one time Diddy was like, well, we'll have one last freak off. And Cassie says, I want to freak off for the rest of my life. I'm like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't sound, that sounds strange to me. But anyway, so that happened with her. And then you have another victim that gets annihilated, but by the defense, people get sidetracked by that to a certain extent because some of the witnesses seem like, or the victims seem like they may be stretching a few things. It doesn't mean, though, that they are lying about the underlying problem. And that's what most people don't understand. And even though the witness that came in today has still to be cross-examined, she's still, now this victim, they're painting like he brought her on board contractually, not as like a girlfriend, but as a sex worker. So they're framing her as being flown around. With the previous victims, you couldn't determine, like, are you guys saying that the sex workers are being trafficked? Or are you saying that Cassie or, you know, one of the other ones? But this one, right out the gate, the government is saying, and they're keeping her focused. It's almost like they upgraded the story now. So he brought her on, he told her basically, I have other women. So, you know, it's an open relationship. And then he totally pays for all of her bills, basically her rent and so forth. Her rent was $10,000 a month, like, my goodness. And then when he got her immediately doing these freak offs, and she said she did not want to sleep. Oh, here we go again with the loud music. Just give me 1 second. So, let me get back to the story. So immediately, he has her doing freak offs. And the way she described it is that it started off by watching porn. Yeah, Diddy liked to watch some porn. And he'd start watching the porn with her, and they start talking about fantasy. And Diddy'd be like, oh, look at those big, whatever these men have, per se. Don't you like that? Don't you want it? Like, I don't know what kind of guy would do that. I don't know about that one. But anyway, so then when she said, oh, okay, the drugs came first. The first night he gave her ecstasy, she said she had taken it twice before, but he gave her ecstasy. And she said she lost her boundaries. She fell in the sand. She was on the beach. So they painted this picture that he was fueling her with drugs. And then all of a sudden, while she's high and she loves him and want to make her partner happy, he says, okay, you want to do it? You want to do this? You want a man? You want to bring another man over here or whatever? She said, yeah. And Diddy had her in a freak off by the end of the night. Like, what in the world? You know, at that point, I'm like, this is crazy. So this is not really your main girlfriend, your wife, or whatever. They made it seem like he's scouting women. And she also said that she dated one of Diddy's friends. I'm going to leave that right there. I'm not touching this story. but people couldn't wait to get out of the courthouse and start talking about it. So who knows what'll be said in the media? People can't keep a secret. But at any rate, I won't touch that one because that's too serious. The court has already said if they catch you talking about her identity, they're gonna smoke you. This guy over here praying, I guess. Yeah, so anyway. Oh, that's the lady, okay. So basically, she was trapped into this relationship. Like, if it was a friend of mine, which I don't know any friends, I don't even keep friends like that. I don't have a whole lot of friends, but let me tell you, ain't no way you're getting around this. Nah, it's too much. She started crying right out the gate. I don't want to speak on the jurors too much, but at large, I see a difference in the jurors, so it's time to hang it up. No way. It's absolutely crazy. You'd have to be out of your mind to go up against the government. You know, if you do a couple things, run a few red lights or something like that, you might can win with the government. I don't care who you are. When the allegations is this thick, you might as well go ahead and hang it up, brother, because now again, she's going to be cross-examined, but the problem is there's a ring of truth in here, and whenever there's a ring of truth, I don't see how people can get around it, you know. And again, this is just my opinion. Overall, the government has been laying down hardcore facts. You got me afraid to send a text message to myself. You know what I mean? They use this service called Celebrate that can pull up your text messages, probably text messages from your mother's womb. From what I can see. Maybe even your text messages from another life. So if you think you're going to get around this, man, I just don't know. Ain't no way. So it's a big problem. Yeah, a lot of people saying that he could be pardoned by Donald Trump. So, you know, that would be a different story. Usually I follow everything with politics, but I've been here every day, so it's kind of hard. When they take your phones, so it's not a whole lot of communicating. Where are you guys from? Where's everybody from? Earlier we had people from around the world, so it's always good to see all the people that are here. Oh, we got Texas in the house, Oregon, Alaska. Man, I have a lot of good supporters. I appreciate you guys. It takes a lot to do this, but I know, you know, you want to see the background, see what's happening, what's going down. But I appreciate all you guys that support. Somebody's liking the videos like crazy. Take care, man. Hey, take care, brother. Oh, all that to find my Metro card. This morning I wasn't paying attention, so I had to do all this setting up, and now I easily found the Metro card. Ain't this? All right, so off we go. It costs $2.90 to catch the train. Not bad. Each way. Central Texas, Italy. Wow, I was in Italy back about 8 months ago. I had the time of my life in Italy. I was at the Colosseum and all those places. I think I was there in August. I went to Pompeii. All right, so here's my train, guys. I'm gonna lose you.
Approaching the station. Please step aside and let passengers off the train first.
Thank you, Showman. Thank you. Oh, you live in Rome? Next time I come out, I'll check you out.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
All right, New York. PTSD, yeah, with the subway, I can see that.